We have been surrounded by reminders of the importance of our infrastructure, which is why we're coming together at such an important moment.
That speech reminded me of another one that we play on this by another person in the administration. The latest disaster has some calling into question Buttigieg's obsession with equity over actually fixing America's crumbling infrastructure. The transportation secretary launching a $1 billion pilot to build racial equity into roads and has spoken in the past about how construction workers are not diverse enough. Jesse, it is something to see infrastructure like that crumble, and we know that we need to do things for infrastructure, but this is going to cause a huge amount of problems in that area for months.
Well, that was a racist highway that deserves to die.
They recovered a body from the scene, and Jesse Waters' commentary is the highway was racist because in the past, Pete Buttigieg has mentioned that historically our infrastructure has been, one, constructed in a way to benefit majority white communities and disadvantaged black communities, and two, the upkeep of those has heavily been advantaging the majority white neighborhoods over the majority black neighborhoods. Even here in Chicago, if you look at the roads up here on the north side versus the roads on the south side, I mean, there's barely roads on the south side at this point. They are so deeply damaged, and there's not being, there hasn't in the past been an effort to address this racial inequity. So God forbid someone step up and do it, because then you've got Jesse Waters' idiot ass on you complaining about it and calling the roads racist when you'd have to be a moron to think that's what was meant. I mean, Ben, I hate watching Fox News clips. They always piss me off, but this stuff in particular, when they blame Pete Buttigieg, whenever there's an infrastructure issue, they'll say, oh, well, Pete Buttigieg was too busy raising his babies, his gabies to, care. But that just really gets under my skin.
Yeah, it is thoroughly infuriating watching any Fox News clip. Not like Dana Perino knows any better talking about. In the past, he's talked about making sure hiring is fair. Can you believe that? But just the smarminess on these people, they don't even give off the vibe that they're trying to present the news. They just give off the vibe of like smarmy, privileged frat boys at like a Ivy League school being like, oh, I guess that was a racist road that people died under on account of the gay transportation secretary wanting roads to be non-racist and gay. I don't even know. Yeah, sure, I'll take another martini. I mean, it's just they're such smarmy, bad faith idiots. It's very unpleasant to see them talking publicly. I wish they would have a gag order, maybe like a towel in their mouth with some sort of a thing that makes them go, oh, I'm just gonna rest for a little while.
Speaking of gay roads, have you seen the videos of sometimes crosswalks will be painted the rainbow flag for Pride Month? Conservatives being so mad about it that they refuse to step on the crosswalk. So they're just walking in traffic to avoid stepping on a rainbow crosswalk. And I think that is so emblematic of the conservative ideology.
Yes, they see a pride colored sidewalk and they suddenly channel Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future. Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads.
But speaking of roads, let's pull up these pictures of the collapse on I-95 in Pennsylvania. So here's this image. You can see where the smoke from the fire is. And if we pull up these next images, you can get a better look at how severe the smoke coming from there was and the damage to the road. And then CNN reported some updates on the crash itself. So according to that reporting, authorities are working to identify a body recovered from the wreckage. The highway overpass came crashing down around 6:20 a.m. Sunday after a tanker truck carrying 8,500 gallons of gasoline crashed and exploded in flames under it. Officials said the truck had taken an off-ramp, crashed into its side while trying to go around a curve, slammed into a wall and ignited a fire. It could take months to rebuild the damaged section of the highway, a major East Coast highway that typically carries about 160,000 vehicles through Philadelphia daily. So I mean, this is a huge story. This is going to be a huge undertaking to repair. It's going to be, and obviously there's been the loss of life there as well. So of course Fox News isn't going to cover any of that. They're just going to talk about racist roads and gay roads. I mean, people don't go there for their news anyway, but
It's true. People go there for their outrage, but I personally think the real story being kind of buried here is not enough people are talking about the reckless driver of an 85,000 gallon oil tanker. How about when you got that much gasoline in your car, you take it easy on the turns? How about you ease into the turns on account of your car is very flammable?
Right. We've also seen a lot of reports about, the ridiculous hours that truckers in the industry are forced to work. So we, have to stay on top of the story to see if that played a role in it.
True also, but pull over. You're that tired. You're not, gosh, I'm real tired. I got a very flammable car that could destroy a highway. Let's just turn this real quick like it's on rails and see what happens. Not the move.
All right, so if you're out there driving and you're tired, pull over, everybody.